What is good, YouTube? It's your boy 41P here, back with another YouTube video. Today, we hit a little chest, hit a little tri, and then we hit shoulder with it as well. My main split lately has been like a push-pull leg split. My push day, all the push movements. I'll hit the triceps, the shoulders, the chest. Pull day, I'll hit back, biceps, and forearm. I feel like forearms are often left out because not only is that a big part of your grip, but it's also a good muscle group to hit when it comes to having proportional arms, because it looks kind of goofy if you got these big ass biceps and these big ass triceps and then you got like these tiny ass forearms, which I definitely can still use a little work because I do want bigger forearms with some more definition. I don't hit them like consistently, but what I've started doing as well is, okay, wait, let me finish my let me pull that back real quick. So you got the push, the pull, the legs, right? Pull, like I said, back by forearm. Legs, you're gonna hit legs and ab, but then sometimes I'll throw in a filler day in between my leg day and my push day. And then that filler day, it's going to be whatever muscle group I didn't hit during the week, you know what I mean? So say I like, not only that, sometimes it's just hard to sometimes it'd be hard to hit every single muscle group that you want to every single day consistently, you know what I mean? Especially when we have time crunches, we got life to live. Sometimes we can't work out for 2 hours, sometimes maybe we can only work out for an hour, you know what I mean? Shit like that. So that filler day, ones I often miss would be like the abs on leg day, because I really like hitting legs strong, so sometimes abs kind of gets left out. Or like I said, the forearms on a pull day. So sometimes I'll have a filler day where I hit like an ab forearm, or sometimes maybe I miss the triceps on my push day, so maybe I end up hitting like a tricep forearm ab, or I end up hitting a tricep ab, something like that, where it's not necessarily a main big muscle group, but at the same time, you're not necessarily hitting something you've hit earlier in the week. Yeah, you probably hit it like passively earlier in the week, but you're not targeting something you targeted earlier in the week, you know what I mean? So I would say that's a pretty good split. I think anyone, honestly, I really like that split. One, because you're hitting literally every single part of your body. Two, I like the filler day because if I didn't hit every single part of my body throughout my what would I call that? Throughout my 3 days, right? If I don't hit every single part of my body, then I can get my the muscle groups I missed, I can get those in, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think utilizing that is a really effective way of working out. I don't like splits where they're heavily spaced out, such as like a bro split, because you only hit something once every 7 days under the preconception that you have no rest days. So like with a push-pull legs plus that filler day, at max, no rest days, at max, you're going to be hitting the muscle group, every single muscle group every 4 days. That's as long as you have no rest days, of course. Which, of course, if you'd like, you can take a rest day every 3 days. I try to stay away from that because it always leads to me, like I said in previous videos, it always leads to me taking more rest days. So, like I said, try to stay away from that. I typically try to only rest if I'm, like, sick or if I'm literally just so gassed, like I know it's not going to be an effective workout, then I'll take a rest day, you know what I mean? Shitty sleep sometimes is a decent reason. But then again, you should be getting that good sleep. You shouldn't be getting shit sleep, you know what I mean? I just hit my chest, tri, shoulder this morning, like I said. So getting the post-workout meal. I made some grapes already, or ate some grapes already, I should say. Get me in a little orange. Get these chicken skewers from Aldi. These are really nice because they're quick, and I don't actually have to waste like a dish. Well, besides the one I cooked them in, of course. I used to always air fry them, but ever since I moved into my own place, I don't exactly have an air fryer, so that kind of cuts that idea out. But But yeah, getting the post-workout meal in. I'm going to make the post-workout shake. I want to start minimizing my stock portfolio because at the moment it's very heavily diversified in the sense that I just have a lot of different stocks. It's not heavily diversified in the sense of sectors because I have probably about 24-ish stocks right now, and I would say maybe solid 18 of those are tech stocks. So I want to start selling off some of my tech stocks and actually consolidating them into not just more solid stocks themselves, but different sectors as well. So I can kind of get I want to try and get below 15 stocks total. That way my portfolio as a whole is less volatile and I can see the stocks a little more individually, if you get me. Because when you have a bunch of different stocks in your portfolio or a bunch of different investments in general, you don't really see how each, obviously you can when you go look in the specific P&L for that stock particularly, but the impact itself isn't as large. The impact itself isn't as large, but it's also because you're not like putting your faith in those few stocks as opposed to putting money in a bunch of different stocks in the stock market and watching that grow. Think about it like an ETF, If you have 25 different stocks, it's going to be less volatile because you have 25 different things affecting your P&L. So if one of those things goes up 200%, it's not even going to really be all that noticeable compared to if you have 5 things and one of them go up 200%. You know what I mean? So I just want to get a little more into like smart investing instead of like bulk investing, if that makes sense. I don't know if those are proper terms. I really don't know proper terminology, but that's just how I would classify it. But everyone have a good day today. Everyone stay positive. Make sure you hit the gym, hit your protein goals, hit your calorie goals. Everyone go hit their cardio. I haven't been hitting too much cardio lately. I need to pick it up. I'll probably do some rowing tomorrow with the back day, which I'm sure I'll show y'all then. But peace out. Everyone have a good one. Fucking slay the day.